brakes. We going at it. What's good, y'all? Latrell, Push Start POV, the best POVs on YouTube. Don't debate that, man. Today, I actually got this 2024 Chevy Malibu LT trim over here. I just got this thing probably like a few days ago, something like that. And we got it in this mineral gray metallic color. That's what they call it. Look pretty decent so far, but I want to go ahead and just drive this thing around, you feel me? Do some normal errands or whatever. I ain't never reviewed an American car. Now I think about it. I told y'all. I don't know where that's coming from, but they owned it today. Now, let me hurry up and get over here before this deal ends. So, how y'all feeling today, man? I got the GoPro over here, and I also got my Insta360 Ace Pro, but I ain't set it up for this yet. So, oh shit, I see a cop coming up. I told you, look. Okay, Milwaukee cut up, I see, huh? Damn, they got like 3 cops over here. I just want some Krispy Kreme. That's all I asked for. I don't want too much. Maybe that's what they going to right now. But I'm just riding around this thing right now. So this is like pothole central. Milwaukee, if you Google it right now, Milwaukee got some of the worst roads in the country. Like, it's bad right now. You can see, like, this is just a preview of what we got over here. And honestly, like, man, I'm just riding down here and it's handling it just fine, man. When I had that 2017 Nissan Maxima, God, I can't tell you how many flats I got with that thing because of these potholes, and like, you can feel everything in there, bro. Turn off your turn signal, which, by the way, I don't know if you can hear that, but that's a turn signal up on here, and it's a little quiet, you know. I can kind of probably miss it if I had it on, but at the same time, though, like, it might be loud enough. But really, it's just like a smooth driving experience, man, with this car over here. I'll show y'all a little bit more. Oh, bro, I can't make this up. Oh, bro, and there's another one. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Bro, what the fuck is going on over here, bro? God damn, bro. Shit. Look, I need to focus on my driving. But the real test of this car is going to be how I actually perform in the drive-thru, because it's a little bit narrow, so I don't know. We got to figure out the maneuverability and all that with it. This sun is blinding me. Good thing I can go ahead and put this sun visor down and push it a little bit to the right. And also, when I merge here on this highway, and I'll show you again a little bit later, but when I merge on this highway, it wasn't too bad. The acceleration ain't really all that. Again, I'm going to have to show you the engine and whatever else we're working with. Let me see if I can merge over here. Anything to get them Krispy Kreme donuts, huh? Which, by the way, I just thought about it. The share's going the wrong way. Krispy Kreme's this way, so I don't know if y'all got y'all directions mixed up or what. But I want y'all to just take a minute to listen to these 17-inch tires over here. It's really not that loud at all. Like, really, honestly, the whole cabin noise in here is pretty quiet to me. Also, you can see over here on the screen, we actually got another sheriff. What the fuck? Now, before I get cut off by another sheriff passing me by or something like that, we actually got wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay up on here. So that's pretty dope. And it's also wired too. But at the same time, though, like, usually with cars, if you got like wireless something, it's usually just CarPlay. You don't got Android Auto or nothing like that. Now, something you don't got up in this car is you don't got blind spot monitoring, which is so confusing to me because you got all these other features. You got lane keep assist, you got the cruise control, you don't got adaptive, which is also confusing. I'll tell you why. So if you look over here, this needle's in the way, so you can't really see it that much, but that green car over there that's lit up, that's telling you that there's a car in front of you. So obviously it got the equipment to do it, but it just don't for some reason. Also, there's a button right here, which I thought was the adaptive cruise control, but it's just to go ahead and set the distance for when your collision alert goes off. I don't get it. So you probably gonna get it in other trims, but this trim over here, you just not gonna get that. So I'm not feeling that, especially because, like I said, you got all these features right here. You just can't use them. But yeah, wind noise and all that just coming through the cabin, and it's not windy at all today. But just the whole outside environment, I don't hear really nothing for real. This is gonna be comfortable, I feel like, if you're gonna be driving like long distances. Besides the seats, they not that comfortable. They do got seat warmers on here though, but I don't know. I've definitely had more comfortable than this before. Like, out of all the cars I reviewed recently, I reviewed that Nissan Altima, the Sentra, or the Versa, whatever that was. Those had more comfortable seats than this. And man, these brakes. The brakes up on here is crazy, and I'll show you that a little bit later, but the brakes up on here is like probably the best brakes that I've reviewed in a car yet. And I just started reviewing cars, but still. Like I said, I've been in cars like the Infiniti QX60, I've been in the Nissan Maxima, Honda Accord, I've been in have I been in a Toyota yet? I don't think I've been in a Toyota yet. Well, driven one anyway. But out of all the cars I've driven, this, no issue, man. Now, obviously, they ain't gonna be nothing like a Porsche or something like that, right? But at the same time, though, like, you can't go wrong with these brakes. You can't go wrong with that, though. I don't know if you heard that squeaking over there with somebody brakes. That was ass. That ain't what this sound like. Krispy Kreme, yeah, boy, that's what I'm talking about. Watch they be closed or some shit. That's what this Krispy Kreme be on. And narrow pathway, but we got it.
Hi, welcome to Krispy Kreme. What can I get for you?
All right, do you guys still got that half off between 5 and 7 going on?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, can I get 2 dozens of just original glaze? $15.49. I should have got more. That's cool. Yeah. Oh shit. Damn. Now let me park over here and talk to myself in the car in the fishbowl so everybody can stare at me talking to myself. Now before we head out, I want to show you around here a little bit so we can actually see just the whole interior and everything. So we got the screen, as you can see. So also one thing I noticed that was like mad interesting. I was like, what the fuck? Look at this. I'll scroll down and you see this right here, vehicle, I think it is. We got valet mode on the Chevy Malibu. We got valet mode before GTA 6. That is crazy right here. So you can just put in the code that you want, hit enter, and then confirm it and just lock. And you got a valet mode? I don't know who's gonna be using valet mode on their Chevy Malibu, but I don't know. All right, you just unlock it, boom. You also got a teen driver mode over here. So if I was a teenager, I would be pissed if they had this up over here. But yeah, bro, this is gonna be your typical Chevy infotainment system over here. You got your OnStar services, so you got a button over here to call them. You got an SOS, and then you got all this stuff. Also, you can see there's my wireless Android Auto. Now, I don't like none of this wireless shit, which, by the way, you can see this over here. We do got a phone holder, which don't fit my S20 Ultra. I mean, it kind of do, but definitely my iPhone fit better than this. Now, I still catch myself actually putting my phone in the cup holder because it's just right there, as opposed to like, you kind of gotta reach around the armrest, which, by the way, you can see the room in there. It's pretty standard, but you kind of got to reach around this little extension over here for the armrest and then just throw your phone in there. So when I got drinks, I put it in there, but like, I just forget that it's there sometimes. So, and I'm surprised this GoPro ain't even have a heat stroke yet, but let me go ahead and use my power adjusted seats. So these ain't power adjusted, that's just manual, but we got power over here. All right, putting this thing in drive, we got the regular park, reverse, neutral, drive, low, all that stuff. So we also got some buttons over here to go ahead and change our gears when we got this thing in low. Back out of West Dallas, I swear to God, this is my spot. Pulling out. Oh, you hear that screeching? Damn. But yeah, man, overall, pretty pleasant driving experience. The steering wheel and everything, it feels pretty standard. It's just gonna be a regular basic steering wheel. I don't know what to tell you. This car is so normal. Now look, this could be a good test right here because traffic's starting to back up, but I could be using adaptive cruise control right now, but I can't because they didn't give us that feature, and I still don't understand why. That shit's so stupid to me. All right, let's try a little bit of a handling test. I'm gonna do it here in this tunnel though, so let's see. And also, I gotta do it just because we're in the tunnel. Alright, can I do really any handling up in here? I don't really think so. Nah, not really. I'm about to do it getting off the highway or something. Utilizing those. Oh shit, you saw that? I almost risked my Krispy Kreme donuts. Okay, it's time to put them on the floor or something. Now check this out. Something I didn't even expect to see in this car, especially at this price, but we got panoramic sunroofs up in here. So let me go and open this up. And you can see that, right? Panoramic sunroof, boy, so you can only get that one to open, but I think that's most cars that got panoramic sunroof like that. And then if I just roll down all the windows over here, I mean, that goes almost all the way down. It's like right there, bro, but it's not all the way yet. You know what? I'm gonna just hit a U-turn right here. Fuck it. That's illegal as hell, but I don't care. Also, I got this over here. I got my hydro flask. It's like the wide mouth one, and that ain't fitting no cup holder over here, so I had to throw it on the seat or something for now because I ain't got nowhere else to put it. But I got yet to find a car that actually fit my wide mouth hydro flask anyway, so. Now we gotta go and try parallel parking up on here, so I guarantee you there's gonna be no spots downtown, bro, I swear to God. That's usually how it is for bigger cities, and it ain't different for here. And look at that, we got the auto stop engine, which, I mean, you can turn it off right here too, but I like it. Now, oh yeah, oh shit. Actually, you know what? Let's go right here. I would have liked something a little bit tighter. But you know what? We'll work with this. So you can see we got the backup camera over here, which looks, looks all right. And it looks, pretty standard for a car, I feel like. And then you got the actual guide over here. Now, let me go ahead and get a little bit backed up more. You can see we got the sensors going off. Boom, just like that. Easy. All right, honk test. We a little bit over by Pfizer form. Oh yeah, that gets somebody attention for sure. But even just idling, like if you listen to this right now, silence. Nothing. You don't even hear the engine for real. Now the engine should have stopped though, because it got an auto stop, but it just stops whenever it feel like it. So that's another thing I don't get about this car. It got kind of a little bit of weird quirks to it. Sometimes people don't even got the shame in things that they drive. If you see this right now, that's like the normal car in Milwaukee. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's about normal. Let's hit this corner, see what we can do. Ooh, come on. Pick up the speed a little bit. Oh, yeah, there it is. Starting to screech a little bit. Damn, that was better than I thought. It ain't nothing amazing, but damn, that was better than I thought. Now let's go and run the sound test up on this thing, because I ain't even do that yet. And by the way, ooh, I made it. Yeah, let's go. Thank you, Malibu. Now the thing about Chevys is that they actually got their controls in the back of the steering wheel over here. So you got your next track, you got your previous track, and then you got your volume over here on the right side, which I still ain't even get used to that yet. And I don't even like that. I'd rather have it like right here. Poor Drake, man.
I see dead people.
Poor Drake, bro. Poor Drake.
Man, damn, call like pepper lambs. Tell him, please, bro. Nail a nigga to the cross. He walk around like pizza. What's up with these jabroni ass YGs? Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman. I'm the one that up to school with him. Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor.
Listen. It's not terrible, but at the same time, no, actually, no, it's terrible. It's terrible. I'm just saying, I'm gonna keep it above. Now, when I'm listening at maybe 30% volume or something like that, it ain't that bad, but at the same time, no, like if I definitely turn up, it's gonna distort. It ain't no issue. Ain't no second guessing it.
But not like us.
It's kind of loud. It's fairly loud, I feel like, right? There is times though where I'm just like, damn, I wish it got a little bit louder, not too much louder, just a little bit louder. Now let me go ahead and put this thing back here in this parking spot like I had it. And I want to show you a little bit around here a little bit more. A little bit around here a little bit more. Did I just say that? Yes, I did. All right, man. So, as you can see, it did that too. So, it always does that when you got the key fob on you, which is right here. And you got remote start. That's cool. Now, if we pop this up, as you can see, we do have to go ahead and put this over here. So, you know, that's kind of an L, but it is what it is. But yeah, 1.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder CVT with 163 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. That's what we got under here. So ain't nothing too crazy, but it ain't that bad either. Honestly, it's pretty decent for this car. But yeah, you can hear that turbo definitely like when you hit the gas a little bit, and you can hear that whistle. You know that whistle that I'm talking about? But yeah, honestly, it's pretty standard. It is dusty as hell up in here, bro. That's for 2024. That's kind of crazy, but I ain't even show you this part yet. So if I go ahead and turn that on right there, I want y'all to see this. So this is gonna be incandescent lights. So that's the turn signals over here, and it's also gonna be your floodlights. So it's interesting. Now if I go ahead and turn on the hazards over here, I didn't even show you that part yet. I want y'all to check this out over here. So we got incandescent lights, so that's the turn signals right there, and then you got these like fog lights / daytime running lights. So I don't know, it's kind of weird. But yeah, you could definitely see like right there, you got those incandescent headlights over there, and then you got the turn signals. Now, if I go over here, run to the back, which also, by the way, we got incandescent, but what's it called? Incandescent high beams. I don't know why I was tweaking on that, but you can also see over here that we got our incandescent turn signals here in the back. So that's going to be the same thing for the brake lights, except for our third brake light, which is over here. That's going to be LED. But yeah, man, I'm not going to lie. This color is definitely decent. And I like how it got like this kind of just like curvature to it over here. Now I can see there's some dents over here, which I ain't do that. But yeah, honestly, I could get with this look, especially with these 17-inch wheels. Now I can see over here, the side wall ain't really nothing too crazy. crazy, but you can get different tires for that. Also, you can see over here, we don't got no type of turn signals here on the mirrors, so you could kind of see it here from the side, but like if somebody's next to you, they can't really see that you over here trying to turn. But honestly, the design is kind of sleek, man. I can get with it for sure with these Minnesota plates. Come on, bro, give me some Wisconsin or something. Same thing with the ventilation here in the front, that's pretty standard. So it just kind of looked like a basic car, but at the same time though, like I said, I do like kind of some of these curves around here, like it give it a little more of a sporty look, I guess. And then you can see over here, we got the typical Malibu branding that we got in a lot of Chevy Malibus, or pretty much every Chevy Malibu. And if you look in the back again, we just got the Malibu with the LT trim over here. So if we go ahead and check out the trunk, let's go see what we're working with over here. So we got 15.7 cubic feet of space up in here in the trunk, and you can't go ahead and pull these seats down over here, so that ain't no issue. And also, if you trap somebody in your trunk, they can free themselves right here, so don't even try it. But yeah, I'll show you the trunk in a little bit too. But honestly, I feel like the trunk space is pretty standard, so I ain't got no complaints about that. And also, I noticed like it's kind of weird, so you gotta kind of close it hard for it to really latch on, cause it got this like soft close to it, and it don't always close, but it's, I don't know, man. But yeah, you could definitely see like the sunroof. I mean, it's a little bit of a tint to it, but I could kind of see in there. And then as for, let me go and turn this off first, but as for the back seat, I'm gonna go and hop back here and I'm gonna show you back here, so I don't want to crush my Krispy Kreme donuts. All right, so leg room. Honestly, like, man, the headroom over here is kind of low, I ain't even gonna lie. But you can also see this too. Look, we finally got some cup holders. I don't know why car manufacturers don't put cup holders here in the back, but we got that, so cool. DoorDash approved. But I mean, for the leg room, my knees are touching over here and I got in my usual driving position. It's not bad, it's all right. And the seats is like, I don't know, man. They always neglect the back seat people, I swear to God. But you got an outlet back here, so that's pretty dope. It's not gonna be no USB ports or nothing like that, but you do got some vents, and then you can't control it back here, but you can't do it in the front. And then as for the pockets, there ain't no pockets over here, but there's a pocket over there, and you can see that I got my laptop on here. So that's like a 14-inch laptop, so cool. But honestly, same thing, and I'll show you this here in a second, but like we got this cloth material, which is kind of there in the front too. And it looked pretty dope, man. I mean, like, it's also, again, it looks standard, but at the same time though, it got a little bit of a flair to it. It's a little something to it. But yeah, man, I'm just sitting back here and you can see my Insta360, but like, these panoramic sunroofs over here look dope for sure. You could definitely get more of an experience back here in the back seat. And also, you can see we don't got no type of thing to grab onto you, but you can go ahead and hang your suits if you want to. And then we got the lights over here, which is gonna be incandescent, same thing in the front. And then just regular switches over here, so that's gonna be automatic, but the only thing is, if you go and put that back up, that's gonna be manual. All right, I'm hopping up out of here. So we got some room over here, I didn't even point that out, but all right. Cool, let me hop back in the front where I'm supposed to be at. Put that in auto, which we also got automatic high beams too. So we just press that button right there and you can go and put that on auto, so that's dope. All right, let me go and take off the electronic parking brake because I did throw that on. And let me go and grab my scooter because it's kind of getting late out now and I want to go and do some riding around here at night. I had to throw on my other Insta360 because the other camera is just garbage and low light, bro. I'm telling you, it's good camera, but like low light ain't it. Just throw that back there, it should be all right. All right, it looked like we got plenty of space for this. We shouldn't really have that much of an issue. Oh yeah, I think we good. Ooh, ain't like that. All right, we good. I mean, look, bro, it's better than being negative out, but still. And also, you can see here that, like I said in the note earlier, these is LEDs, so this ain't incandescent. Back there is incandescent, but this ain't. Damn, it's wet. That's what she said. But fuck it, we gonna do it anyway. See that? Woo! Can't even really make this out on camera, I don't think. But damn, these views is crazy, bro. So we working with about maybe like almost a quarter tank. So let me see how much we got paid with this thing, cause I'm over here at the Airport Petroleum. Don't know why I need to make a song out of that, but alright. Damn, it's 314 over here. Well, actually, no, 319 because I got a car, but 314 with cash. Damn, I wish I had cash on me. Shouldn't have did that. I should use tap. Let me get that out. And of course, we put regular here. And look at that, boy. We got capless fuel up in here. That's what I like to see, man. I love it, bro. Give me all that capless fuel. I guess I'll take a receipt. Yeah. $30, almost $31. Can you get jiggy with it? I cannot get jiggy with it. I can't get jiggy with this capless fuel, but not with these gas prices. I ain't feeling that, bruh. Also, I want to go and talk about the steering a little bit over here. So the steering don't really feel that responsive, man. Like, I don't know. It's just me personally, it don't feel that responsive. Also, with this Chevy Malibu, I noticed that I like kind of drift into these left or right lanes more than any of the car that I drove before. And on top of that, if I do go ahead and accidentally go over to one of these lanes, it'll like aggressively like shove me over back over here to make sure I don't go ahead and just, you know, poke into them other lanes. All right, one more time. Max brakes. We going at it. Damn, what was that, like 4 seconds maybe from 66 miles an hour? Woo! Them good, bro. Them some good brakes right there. Now check this out, bro. You wanna hear something crazy? So I was over here fucking with the cruise control or whatever, right? And I was over here seeing how high I could go, because usually cars go up to like 90. I went ahead and used this thing, and apparently it go up to like, I think it said like 127, 137 or something like that. I was like, what the fuck? Like I said, usually cars limit you at 90. I ain't never seen nothing like that before, bro. They know they clientele for real. So let me point out something I noticed with the screen over here. So I guess before I point that out, I should point out this time that I was over here in Vegas and I was actually getting a Chevy Malibu as a rental, right? But check this out. I was in Vegas. I was trying to drive over there to LA. So I went ahead and got me a car because I already know how LA prices is and just California prices in general, right? So I go to the rental. I think I went to Sixt or something like that. SIXT. I ain't never got no rental or nothing like that before from them, but they was cool. But I got a rental from them, and it was a Chevy Malibu. I don't remember what year it was, but I remember, like, specifically, they gave me an option between a Malibu and a Mustang, and I chose a Malibu because of gas mileage. And it was like a manager special. It was literally like $50 a day, so that was a good-ass deal. So I ended up choosing the Malibu, even though I had the option of just getting the Mustang. But the thing is, I went ahead and got the Malibu because, like I said, the gas mileage, and I remember, like, I went down maybe like a block, 2 blocks or something like that, and I turned my ass right back around. I was like, no, I can't do this shit, bro. And I got me the Mustang. So it's funny that happened because I'm literally in a 24 Malibu right now. And like, I don't even know if it had like seat warmers and all that stuff. Like, I don't know. It must have been some like low trim, older Malibu or something. I don't got the same feelings about the Malibu as I did back then. But like, the reason I brought that up is because like, it reminded me of the Mustang and this screen over here. So it was like mad smooth. And same thing over here on this Malibu. So I don't know what it is, but it's probably like a 120 hertz screen or something like that maybe. But I'm telling you, it's mad smooth. And another thing I also noticed over here is that if I go ahead and turn the AC all the way up, check this out. I'm gonna go and do the voice assistant, so it don't matter if it's like Google or whatever else. You notice how I like turn down the AC and like turn down the fan so it can go ahead and hear me better? The Honda Accord do that too, but this is dope. Something else I noticed, and this is a vibe killer to me, but this one of them cars where like if you got the music up like this, and let's say I want to go ahead and get the navigation going. Watch this. It turns down the music almost all the way. We're like in the middle of the... Look, I don't like that, man. I don't like that at all. And it don't matter what volume you set the navigation to or whatever. It does the same exact thing. And like when I was in the Maxima, for example, it ain't do that. And I liked it better that way. It still had its own volume for the navigation, but it ain't strictly cut off my music, bro. Like basically, I don't like that, man. But for $25,100, this Chevy Malibu, man, I don't know. So this is a good car. It's like a very, very normal car, and ain't nothing wrong with that. But I feel like me personally, I'd probably rather get something like a Honda Accord or something, you feel me? Because I don't know just what it is. It just feels like too basic. But if you don't got an issue with that, then ain't nothing wrong with a Malibu. But I'm just saying, me personally, I feel like you might get more features in like a Honda Accord or something like that. But at the same time though, you feel me? You probably gonna get things in the Malibu that you ain't gonna get in the Honda Accord. So like, can I make this light? I could do that. Maybe you can't do that with the Honda Accord. Who knows? Actually, I should know. I had drove one, right? But that's the starting price for the base trim. So if you can get with that, then I don't see what's wrong with getting a Chevy Malibu. Check it out. Dead silent. Let's hear that auto stop engine. Damn, that's quiet.